Now, I was very lucky a couple of years ago to cruise with Crystal, and it really was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. This is a 6-star luxury cruise company. We're going to show you my experience in a few moments' time, but it starts off with 2 days in Rome in a 5-star hotel, doesn't it?
This is it, and of course this port featured in one of our earlier deals, so let's look at it now. The Eternal City, a chance to go and say hello to the Pope, a chance to go and see the Sistine Chapel in all its glory hanging above you, a chance to stand on top of the Sistine, sorry, let's try that again, a chance to stand at the top of the Spanish Steps and look out over the whole of this wonderful city. You can follow the footsteps of Julius Caesar and walk through the Roman Forum and the Temples of Wind. You can stand in the mighty Colosseum and imagine the gladiators fighting for their lives as the crowd bay for blood. You can stand, if you like, and get a wonderful coffee or some beautiful pasta. The cuisine in Rome is stunning. It really, really is. And what I'd say is always stand up, never sit down, because they charge you twice as much as soon as you sit down.
I tell you, it's nice to have 2 nights there as well. I tried to do Rome in a day on a cruise, and I could do it, but I felt it was a bit rushed.
It is rushed, and that's why you get a chance now to particularly enjoy it at night as well, Sean, and that's what's so lovely.
I never got to do that.
It looks completely different at night.
But the next cruise that you're going to see is on board Crystal Serenity. I had the most incredible time. Here's a little taster of Crystal. Crystal cruises have the most opulent staterooms afloat. The style is modern classic with the most beautiful decor, and all of the rooms have the very latest amenities. One of my favourite places to visit has to be the Crystal Spa. It's award-winning, repeatedly voted the world's best, and the only Feng Shui-inspired spa that I've ever experienced on the waves. Well, Crystal Cruises have been the undisputed leader in luxury travel now for almost 2 decades, and it's certainly reflected in their service, especially here, taking afternoon tea in the amazing Palm Court. Crystal Cruises offer an outstanding and diverse selection of bars and restaurants on their ships. And better still, they now have an all-inclusive drinks policy and open bar service. Now, this is Silk Road, created by world-famous Chef Nobu and his only seagoing venture in his global empire. Now, the menus feature Chef Nobu's unique styling and blending of South American ingredients with Japanese dishes. In front of me, you've probably noticed, there is a separate sushi bar with items selected by Chef Nobu and prepared by one of his very skillfully trained chefs. This is the Galaxy Show Lounge, which offers breathtaking Broadway-style productions. The performers have trained at the best schools, performed on the best stages, and are now bringing you the best performances at sea. And the costumes, they're spectacular and really lavish. And I know you're paying a little bit more for Crystal, but my word, honestly, well, Keith, the experience was just incredible.
I mean, I know you talked about it, and they're famous for the fact you can ask them anything, and they'll literally bring it to you, and you know, whatever your request, that they will try and meet it. And I know that all the ships are designed across the principle of Feng Shui, which is just in itself is incredible. And the pool buffets, Sean, I mean, I'm sure you'd have experienced them. You know, they're famous for their pool buffets, where they're just the amount of beautiful food out there on deck for you just to go and casually tuck into.
And I do remember so much space as well. You know, the times around the pool were literally half a dozen of us in certain ports.
Well, there's only 900 people on board the ship, isn't there? So it's you know, again, lots of space. Best ratio of staff to guests as well.
And can I just ask that, if you've maybe already done a 4-star cruise, maybe done a 5-star, and you're looking for that next level, the 6-star, give us a call. We'll have some experienced operators that will really talk you through the Crystal experience. There's no obligation to book, but give us a call, find out more information. That's all we ask tonight, because we have got an amazing price in this one. And it is, of course, all-inclusive as well, and specialty restaurants as well. But lovely, lovely ports as well. We've had our stay in Rome, haven't we?
Yeah, well, the great thing is, because she's a smaller ship, she gets in to places that other ships won't go. And that's why you've got these couple of ports on here. First of all, Sorrento, and overnight here. This is a real playground for the rich and famous. This is beautiful. Now, normally people would, you know, park further down the coast in Naples, but this is right in the heart of the action. It's a great opportunity. It's the playground of the ancient rich and famous. who settled these lovely villas and palaces that you can still go and see. And therefore it's been a haven for artists and writers and poets and philosophers for years and years. The great thing is that you've got these wonderful lemon groves all along, you've got this beautiful mixture of red roof buildings and balconied apartments and yawning piazzas, and you've got a chance to go out to, I'd recommend the Villa Canal Park. It's the largest park in Sorrento and serves up amazing views of the Amalfi Coast. And you can also catch the train into Pompeii if you want to, and enjoy that, or get the ferry over to Capri. So lots and lots of options, but it's so magical that you'll just want to sit in a cafe and just breathe in the lemon blossom and soak it up, and you will be inspired. It's a wonderful day. That's an image, of course, there of Pompeii, which again is very accessible, only an hour away. Okay, then you've got a relaxing day at sea before you then get into a place that, again, it's a tiny harbour, but because the ship is so small, you can get in there. Terra Molina in Sicily, great opportunity for you. I call this glamour and gelato. It's wonderful. You've got the kind of Godfather, you know, the kind of feeling. You can go into the Godfather tour. You can go and see where a lot of places are filmed. The Church of Annunciation and the famous steps where in Godfather 3 his daughter is shot. However, Terra Molina itself serves up the best view of Mount Etna in the whole of Italy. It's framed by this Greek theatre that you're seeing here, and it gives you amazing pictures of this beautiful, beautiful mountain. And it sits on top of the whole hill, Terra Molina, so it does give you these great views. You take the cable car up, you can get the cable car back down to lots of beaches as well. It's got a medieval quarter with a great clock tower, and lots of street artists working, they'll paint you. You've got Baroque fountains and a 15th century cathedral, lots of antique shops and shaded villas. But again, this magnificent volcano is on your doorstep. You can go and explore it, and I'd recommend you do that and see the old lava eruptions and the history of Mount Etna.
And then Malta, where we disembark.
Back to Malta. I meant to say, whatever you do, try the olive oil ice cream in Sicily. It's brilliant. And then back to Malta.
Weird.
I mean, we are in Malta. You're flying off. You're not getting a chance, but just the chance to sail into the place itself is magical, because it's like you're sailing into. I always say this, a J.R. Tolkien novel. You're sailing into Lord of the Rings. You're sailing into Game of Thrones. These wonderful forts designed by the Hospitaller Knights.
Well, let's remind you what's included. It's a stunning offer tonight. It's a new all-inclusive package to Planet Cruise, an exclusive one I should say. Return flights are included as well. We can change those, of course, but this is a 5-night all-inclusive package here with a 6-star ship, the Crystal Serenity. Now you might be thinking, what does all-inclusive actually mean? Because I know it varies with company to company. Well, here's just an example of what's included with Crystal. Fine wines, premium spirits, and champagne, of course, as well.
Yeah.
All your gratuities, you don't need to worry about those at all. All of your bottled water, soft drinks, all of your specialty coffees, and your dining. No booze is incredible.
It is, but it's been, they reckon it's one of the greatest restaurants in the world, not just at sea, in the world, and yet it's on a cruise ship.
And to dine at in a Nobu restaurant can cost you hundreds, can't it?
Absolutely, and that's included in the price on the screen.
So again, just give us a call tonight for more information. You will not be disappointed with that, you really won't.